Bonsoir de Paris. I'm very grateful for this chance to participate in your event and also to share a few thoughts on the very interesting topic that you chose. But also, I'm happy to send my warmest thoughts to my dear friends that I know are there, with whom I share very fond memories from the times of my term as ambassador of Romania to the United Nations. Well, the United Nations was created to free the world from the scourge of warfare. It held out the promise of a future lived in freedom from fear. And UNESCO was created to help build that future. In the poignant words of its constitution, this organization is mandated to combat through education the ignorance of each other's ways and lives that has fueled armed conflict across the ages. Unfortunately, as we see every day the tragedies in Ukraine, conflict continues to blight the lives of millions of the world's most vulnerable people. Warfare is also destroying opportunities for education on a scale that is insufficiently recognized. The facts are telling. I mean, over 40% of out-of-school children live in conflict-affected countries. These same countries have some of the largest gender inequalities and lowest literacy levels in the world. Well, we need to get serious about stopping the terrible violations of human rights at the heart of the education crisis in conflict-affected countries. We all know we cannot build peaceful societies overnight, but there is no justification for the attacks on children, the widespread and systematic rape of girls and women, or the destruction of school facilities. It is unacceptable that despite a succession of United Nations Security Council resolutions, sexual terror remains a weapon of war, a weapon that is inflicting untold suffering, fear, and insecurity on young girls and women, and untold damage on their education. We need to unlock the full potential of education to act as a force of peace. The first line of UNESCO Constitution states eloquently that since wars begin in the minds of men and women, it is in the minds of men and women that the defenses of peace must be constructed. Well, no defenses are more secure than public attitudes, grounded on tolerance, on mutual respect, and commitment to dialogue. These attitudes should be actively cultivated every day in every classroom across the world. Using schools to vehicle bigotry or chauvinism or disrespect for other people is not just a route to bad education, but also a pathway to violence. And UNESCO is playing an ever more active role in the rebuilding of education systems in conflict-affected countries, drawing on our current work in areas such as intercultural dialogue, curriculum development, teacher training, and textbook reform. I say our because UNESCO is working closely together with its 193 member states, including Romania. Well, it is now more than 75 years since the United Nations was founded, and the challenges posed by armed conflict have changed. Yet the principles, the values, and the institutions underpinning the United Nations system remain as valid as ever. So we have to work together, us and you, in using them to confront the hidden crisis in education and create a world in which every child and every parent can live in freedom from fear. And on the other hand, my friends know my philosophy of life, but please don't forget what Mother Teresa used to say with her well-known wisdom. Peace begins with a smile.